Good morning, natural gas, gold, silver, and the US dollar traders. Today we'll be looking at nat gas, UNG, spot gold, and silver, as well as DXY. And if you guys are looking for the stock market update video, I did that yesterday, so that will be the QQQ, S&P 500, as well as Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Meta analysis. And I'll put the link below in the comments if you guys for that link to just easier to jump over for you guys. And if you guys learn anything today, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. They're always appreciated. All right, let's get started. So we're looking at natural gas. So remember on Thursday, I was talking about that this level is very likely going to reverse, and we're going to get a bounce from there because of this strong trending support. So we have been bouncing off this support many times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. As long as it's over 3 times, it's a valid support. You can see the resistance above it as well. It's also a valid resistance 6 times as well. So now we're looking into how far is this bounce going to be. So we zoom into the 15-minute time frame here. And on Thursday, we got the clue because we have back tested this maroon looking support that I just showed you guys many times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can see that the bears tried a couple times. Bounce, tried to get it lower. Bulls still played defense multiple times here. Every time we touched here, Bulls played defense. And we didn't see any offense on Thursday. But you can see the amount of defense that Bulls are playing on Thursday gives us a clue that this could potentially be the temporary bottom of this big drop that we've been getting. And it also coincides with that maroon looking uptrending support at the same time. And this price action is telling us that this may be the bottom of the drop. Doesn't mean it's the bottom, but it's a temporary bottom from that drop that we had. And essentially, we got our move because bears just couldn't get over it even after they tried again here. You can see it's made a higher low, although it's, I just call it double bottom. And then we ripped. So now we not to Friday, and let's take a look to see how far the bulls went. And after this move, we had a early uptrend confirming over here. That was good. And when we're talking about that, this tiny range is going to break out. There's an equilibrium. And we broke bull, hourly uptrend confirmed. And unfortunately, now we have hourly downtrend confirmed right here. The good sign is that you guys know where I always talk about the hourly trend will be our short-term guide, is that this hourly downtrend is so far lacking follow-through because you can see the bounce here already bounced over most of its drop. So when that happens, it just means it's very lacking follow-through. We bounce pretty much close to, almost 60% of that drop already. So that's a good sign where bulls now has enough room, 1.3%, that they can change the hourly trend back to their favor. But one thing that I'm looking at on the daily, though, is that it's still a daily bear flag. Let's see, we zoom top of the move, the bottom of the drop. That's a 100% move. So we measure from the top, right there, A to B. And the opposition move, so the bounce, has bounced 0.382%. So 38.2% so far at this 2.64 mark. And we reject exactly pretty much off that mark. So as long as the bulls cannot get over 38.2% of the bounce, it's still a daily bear flag. So what I want to see on Monday or Tuesday is that we confirm that hourly uptrend back to bull's favor and break above this 2.64 to negate that bear flag. Then that would mean that happens. You guys, we talk about this equilibrium many times already. So when we have a big move up and a bigger move down, it tightens up. So the move within the prior move, it's also within the prior move. So if we bounce, we negate that bear flag and we bounce, we're going to test this resistance first. We're going to come out here. And let's say we don't make a new high, right? We don't break the above high, then we're going to tighten up into an equilibrium. Yeah, So that's the psychology of equilibriums, and it's starting to look like it because of this move being so wide. Now it's still anybody's game because we haven't confirmed a daily uptrend yet here. Bears didn't confirm a daily downtrend here. And if they break below this Thursday's low, then that's a daily downtrend confirmed. But as of now, yet. So we're gonna come if it comes down here, it's gonna retest that mirror looking line. If that breaks, then that'd be a huge red flag. And because it confirms a daily downtrend at the same time, breaking a strong support zone. And as of now, we'll have to see if that hourly trend is gonna be back to bull's favor or not. Yeah, if it does, then I'm looking back up to 2.69, pretty much 2.67 because of this downtrending resistance line. You can see we've been testing here, and it acts as a support, and we're above it. But it will act as resistance when we come up to it. Want to see something like this? You know, this is a daily downtrend with pivots being set. Now, as a bull, you want to see daily pivots being set as you go up a uptrend to form more foundations along the way. So let's see if that happens or not. Monthly, still in that bear flag I talk about all the time. There's a megaphone here as well for support and resistance. We'll see. A lot of levels. It's been going pretty much sideways for a while. Now you guys can see. Let's go to the weekly. So ever since it confirmed its weekly uptrend, very good sign, it's been holding above its prior weekly structure. So that's good. We didn't just like fade all the way back to the lows here. Technically, we're still trading very sideways in this range, but might break out soon into the fall, the winter. Let's see here. Bulls can pull this off. This is a higher low pivot being set. We need to break above this 2.865. Then we have our weekly uptrend back in our favor. We'll see, because we have a chance here, because you can see this low, bottom of the move to the top of the move is 1 inch of move. And then now we have the pivot set. So this drop, setting the higher low, meaning this low of the candle is higher than the prior low. So that's the pivot being set. Now you want to see the bulls break above the prior highs pivot to make a higher high for that weekly uptrend to confirm. Still a lot of ways to go, obviously, but see how much percentage we need. We need about 10% to break the high. It's very possible for sure. For net gas, 10% isn't a big move. Sometimes we get like 50% moves back here, over here. Sometimes 1 week we get 16%, right? So definitely doable, but we need to come from the hourly uptrend first for us to even look at that weekly trend break. So yeah, hourly uptrend break above this 2.62, sets a new pivot. Hourly uptrend confirm, break above Friday's high, negate that bear flag. Then we're looking to potentially head higher. Two signs I want to look at the break first for bulls. Bears, same thing. Continuation of the hourly downtrend. Let's say we reject right here, then the hourly downtrend is still intact. Then we will likely trend back down to potentially test this mirror looking line support again, which is this level right there. Now, so for bears, follow your hourly trend will be your guide, as well as for bulls. Currently, hourly is a downtrend, but there's big enough bounce, we may negate that. We'll see. All right, NG. And before we take a look at NG, if you guys like to support the channel or join the Sundays video updates, click the join button below, and you'll see a video introducing what the perks are all about. So pretty much the perks are we will be filming Sunday only videos, as well as for weekly and monthly trends, for longer term trends, as well as you guys will be able to pick your own stocks. So, and whoever gets voted the most on those stocks will be featured in my Sunday video. So it'll be top 5. And currently there is not a lot of members, so it'll be very easy for your stock to be featured. And yeah, So if we take a look at that, and let's take a look at UNG. So UNG is megaphone still super intact. So this is the resistance of the megaphone, and this is the support of the megaphone. So it's called a megaphone because it just looks like a megaphone pattern. And you can see you have rejected here 4 times. Ready. Bounce off of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 5 as well. And we just bounced off of it recently. Back up to this 6.79 resistance. And I think I talked about this Thursday where I said we need to get over that because that is pretty much the middle ground of the bottom structure and the top structure. This is the bottom structure, this is the top structure, and 6.79 is the exact middle. You can see every time we come up to it, it's a resistance multiple times, depending on if we're below the price or above the price. So when we're below it, it'll act as resistance. And let's zoom in to see if we get any more clues. It's pretty much exact same price action as Natgas. Hourly downtrend confirmed. Hourly uptrend confirmed here. Now into hourly downtrend, a big enough bounce. So we'll see if this shapes up to E. Let me see if it's a falling wedge. This could have been a 15-minute falling wedge during trading hours. Let's take a look. Not so much. Yeah, no, it's clear for me. Slightly clear-ish. Support, 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 resistance, resistance. And broke out of here. Yeah, might be a falling wedge. Full break and see if we get follow through on Monday. Yeah, so pretty much exactly that resistance. Let's take a look at 4 hour. So 4 hour is looking good, and this is what I want to see. A 4 hour trend change. So this is the bounce. Perfect. 1 initial move. Now this pivot being set. Because we bounce over this pivot. And this low is higher than this low. So now I want to see the bulls break above this Friday's high. Confirm a 4 hour uptrend. 4 hour uptrend confirms, and we can zoom out into the daily. Say now we have a big enough bounce, right? Let's say 4 hour uptrend confirms, well, we'll likely be over here. Then this move to this move gives us bulls a lot of room now to confirm a daily uptrend. So we'll see if we'll get that or not. Yeah, so far so good. Looks like a 4 hour bull flag too. Might be slightly just on it. Let's see. Yeah, we just got over it slightly a little bit, but the idea is there. All right, let's take a look at gold. So gold back tested the maroon looking line resistance pretty much exactly. So as you can see, resistance all the way here, like 70 times. It did got over it, but came back through below it. Now a bounce, back test that, rejection. Because the dollar dropped in the morning and then a V shape at the end of the day. So when dollar was inversely correlated, meaning dollar was dropping in the morning, gold was bouncing. And then when the dollar V shaped back to the high of its day, gold dropped as well. So that's a sign that this could be a daily downtrend confirming because we just have to break Wednesday's low, which is 1915. That's a daily downtrend confirmed. So we're very close to it. We're like literally, let's see, 0.2% away from that mark. So if we just drop 0.3%, we have a daily downtrend confirmed for gold. And that confirms, we're likely going to come down to test this 1808 because this was a strong support back here as well. These areas. So yeah, that level is going to act as support, and we'll see if it bounces from there or not, or the dollar slows down a little bit or not. Because the dollar has zero signs of slowing down at the moment, and still going. And we have data's coming up next week, like CPI data and stuff like that. That would also affect the dollar because a hotter CPI data means potentially one more rate hike, and rate hikes always affects the dollar. So we'll see if the CPI data actually comes in line with forecasts, or hotter or softer. Softer means we'll be holding our rates for the rest of the year. That's currently what is priced in at the moment. And yeah, if you guys want to take a look at the rate hikes and stuff, take a look at my stock market video from just before this video. I posted that on Friday. I explained that the rates over there. Right, let's take a look at the dollar. Yeah, dollar pretty much zero signs of slowdown yet. You can see this was the V shape. Tanked in the morning, V shape high of his day, pretty much. That's why I got that wick on the on gold. So now daily consolidation on its way because this candle is lower than this candle. Meaning this is one initial move. Now the trend, we just break above Thursday's high, daily uptrend confirmed, and no signs of slowdown yet. We pretty much closed the high of its day, and much recent high as well. So bull control, if you ask me. Nothing to say this is a slowdown unless it just makes a double top right here on Monday and then rolls over. But right now we don't want to be predicting that just because it's double top, right? There's not a lot of conviction there because every trend is in favor of the bulls at the moment. The daily, weekly, hourly, all in bulls' favor. Yep, you can see you've just been ripping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Yeah, definitely don't want to be shorting into this bull train. But yeah, all right, silver, same thing. Waterfall, but it's slowing down a little bit now. Even yeah, pretty much made exactly the inverse candle of what dollar did. It's getting near its support, so that's why it's slowing down its drop. When it's here, rejected this strong resistance 24.46. Resistance. Been looking at this one because it's multiple resistance coinciding in this one area, so it's very easy for it to rejection, even though we tried it for 4 times. And you can see this relative strength turn into relative weakness right when we hit resistance. And we're just forming a huge triangle. See the moose? And this is the triangle right here, the bottom of the support at 22.22. And we're just rejecting as we get lower and lower. So we're probably going to come down to test this 22.25 if the dollar gives another 2 green days. Then you'll probably bounce here. That's the most likely scenario if I had to guess, because we've been bouncing off here many times. Right? If we had to bet something on it, we can in here, put a stop loss slightly below it, below this one. And then if we're wrong, we just get stopped out a tiny bit, and this probably rolls over more if this breaks. But if it bounces, we can just take profit, potentially back up here. No guarantee we're going to come all the way back here, depending on the dollar as well. So initial bounce is very, very likely because of the speed of the move coming into the support. Same thing as this. The speed of the move determines how hard the rejection is going to be. So if we have something that moves up really quickly into a strong resistance, it will likely potentially reject harder because there's no support form along the way. We did it over here slightly, but yeah. So less volume along the way, less support, easier to cut through it back. Very simple psychology because yeah, less volume, less support along the way. All right, that is all I got for you guys on today. And I'll see you guys Monday for more updates on the stock market and commodities. And have a great rest of you guys this weekend. And feel free to like, share, subscribe if you guys made it this far or learn anything. And take care.